Hi, hi guys. Good evening, all of you. This is Vamsi here, guys. I was the science as the data science trainer. So just before going ahead, let me confirm it, guys. Can all of you can you please confirm, guys? Is I'm audible?
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Audible, right? Is it clear, or getting any noise or anything? Any disturbance is coming? Anything like this, or is it? It's quite clear.
Clear.
Clear, right? Okay, little bit disturbance. I think it's not from my side, guys. It will be clear, right? Fine, guys. So guys, just let me introduce myself. This is already introduced myself. This is Vamshi here. Yesterday I conducted one, it's like a free workshop I have been got conducted. Maybe I can see some of the guys who has been attended the last session. It's nothing happened, so it is nothing relevant to that also actually, guys. Just I want to just tell you that the guys who has been already attended the yesterday session, you know about I already introduced myself about my experience and all these things. And for the guys who has been joined for the today's class, let me just let me give a brief introduction about myself. I don't want to take more time on that. Just have 2 minutes, guys. Just I want to let you know about my experience also. So just a small, it's a very small screenshot. Just a second, guys. That's it. I don't want to take much time. Already I have been myself, Vamsi Krishna. Almost all I'm having around 19 plus years of experience, more than 19 years, closer to 20 years. My main expertise is completely almost all my 19 years of experience is on the data related technologies. So I know how to see the data, how to handle the data, how to screw the data. I know that. I know how exactly to handle the data. Completely, my complete expertise is on the data in the data only. So how, if I modify that, I'll get more information, which type of a data structure, starting from different types of data structures, like shall I go for a 2-dimensional, shall I go for a 3-dimensional, or shall I go for multi-dimensional, where if I see the data more easy to handle, all these things I was quite experienced on that. My complete specialization is on the data management, and apart from that, business intelligence, big data systems, data visualization, and data engineering. And apart from that, it is data science as of now. Almost all somewhere around 6 years experience on the data science related. I've done a lot of research on that. I really do a lot of research. So just like I also treat myself as a student, just like who is looking for a job. So like in what type of a questions in interviews they may ask, or how can I explain more efficiently in the interview. So I also treat myself as a student only. So as a student, whatever the doubts they will get, so I also will try to find out what kind of a doubts the students will ask. And I have explored a lot of things, a lot of research I have been gotten on this one. And I also done one certification program on advanced AI and NML from IIIT Hyderabad. So this is about myself, guys. Okay, a lot of experience, but you can, it's not only our discussions and our learning is not only with the data science. Along with the data science, there are so many other skills are also there. So that means being my prior expertise is on the data itself. So that made me to move towards the data science that is quite related to the data only. And the interesting and the main, whatever the concepts are required as a prerequisite. So even I was very familiar with all those things. So quite, which is going to be as of now, is that even the big data systems like Spark, even I was an expertise in all those particular areas. So that's it, guys. That is going to be just a brief introduction about myself. So just before starting the session, let me tell you like how our schedule, our classes and all these things are going on actually, guys. Okay. So before going to that, let me tell you, Chakradhar, I think so. Echo is not from my side. From my side, it was clear. What about the other guys? Is there an echo is coming in the background for you? So Chakradhar is saying that there is some echo is there. Yeah, I think it was okay. Okay, now it was clear. I think now you can just guys, you can just check it out. Who has been having that, right? Okay, fine. So just me, yeah, it was really connected to headphones. Oh, it's a tech. Fine, guys. From my side, I don't have an issue. Okay, so if you have any issues, guys, in the as part of this one, please disconnect once and re-log in once again. Right. Okay, so just before going to that, let me tell you guys, I'm going to take maybe somewhere around 3 days, guys. So 3 days, it is going to be 3 demo sessions. I can say 3 to 4, depending on the our requirement. 3 to 4 demos, I can say it actually, guys. So 3 to 4 demo sessions I'm going to take, guys. In this 3 to 4 demo sessions, what is my idea here is like, what is our course? So our course is going to be nothing but it is going to be, it's a full stack data science. It is going to be a full stack data science is going to be, some people call it as FSDS, isn't it? In a shortcut, they are calling it as a full stack data science. So what is this course first of all meant to? So what is this course basically says? What is full stack data science? Okay, why you are calling it as a full stack data science? And what are the different, I can say, what are the different techniques or what are the tools or whatever the languages, which is going to be mainly, I'm going to be talking about what is going to be the contents of what we are going to be gets learning. And apart from that, even our schedules, like how the schedule, our courses are going to be scheduled, and what are going to be the axis, how we are going to be going to give you the axis and what exactly we are going to give from my side and whatever you have to give from your side. So all these things, I'm going to make you clear understanding about like how our schedule, of course, the training program, and apart from that, what we are going to be giving from my side, from our side. Okay, and what are the main contents of discussions. So all these things, I'll just give you a clear understanding within this particular 3 classes. Along with that, I'm going to make you understand like what exactly data science will contain, what are the main prerequisites that are going to be gets required. So who exactly it is going to be, all these things. Yes, absolutely. It's a full stack data science. Actually, they call it as full stack AI and data science, everything. I'll tell you what is AI and all these things will come into the discussion. So different people are having a different opinions. That means they have a different thinking about that, actually, not opinions, better to say that. So different people thinks in a different way. So are you going to learn AI? Yes, we are going to be learning AI, but how we are going to be learning? I'll make you understand step by step, step by step. I'll make you understand the things actually, guys. But one thing, within 1 day, 1 day, 2 days, you cannot get a complete understanding. But as a startup, just means just to have the start. So set to begin our just where exactly we are going to be gets beginning to start our journey, at least some basic knowledge. So what we are expecting in our coming journey. So we have to know about that blindly. I'm going to teach you data science. I start with the first class itself. If I start with that, what we are going to be learning in the future. So to clarify all those things, I'm going to give you a complete our roadmap. I can say that it is going to be our roadmap to our data science journey. All these things I'll explain within 3 to 4 demo classes. After that, you can whether you can decide whether you can fit into this role or not, whether are you interested to take up this course or not. Based on that, you can decide. So then you can complete the registration, and then you can start with your regular classes. You can start with them. Okay. So that is our basic idea, guys. That is what exactly I want to just share you all those details within that particular 3 to 4 demo classes. So technically, if you have any questions, feel free to discuss with me. So as I told you, technically, I can explain everything. I can clarify every kind of doubts, whatever you have. So even if it is a technical or a non-technical related, not only to my data science course, even the other things also, I can give you a complete understanding about that. Within my limits, I can just explain, or I can at least talk about everything. So I have a lot of experience. So it's not like 1 or 2 years of experience. I have 20 years of experience, right? So I can talk about technology wise. I have seen a lot of changes. All the things you guys may not have been seen the changes. So early in the beginning of software, where the people started writing a Java program in a notepad. So starting from that stage, I have been I have been viewed all this market, the software industry, everything I have been got discussed about that. Yeah, I will discuss about everything. Akash, I'll discuss about everything. Okay. As I told you, a roadmap and everything, I'll discuss about that. Okay. First of all, let me start with the technical aspects. Let me start with some technical aspects. I'll start with that. So put the data science aside. What is data science and all these things? And 1 or 2 classes, you'll get a complete idea about that. Okay. So first of all, if you want to learn this data science, first as part of your data science course, the first thing, the main important concept we have to learn is machine learning. This is the basically one of the main important concept which we have to learn actually, guys. Machine learning is basically the heart of this particular data science. Without learning machine learning, there is no concept of data science. Concept is not there. So whether you want to go for AI, whether you want to go for deep learning, all these are going to be the next level stages actually, guys. But the first thing we have to learn is going to be nothing but the machine learning is what we have to learn first of all. So simple to say, what is going to be the machine learning? So we are not going into a deep discussions actually, guys. So just an idea, like which is going to be just a higher level. Let me discuss about that. So what is this machine learning and how it is going to works? Just an idea about that. Practically also I'll show you just 1 or 2 examples. I'll show you like how it is going to be gets working also. We'll try to explain that particular concept. Just half an hour, 40 minutes I'll take it. After that, I'll take some questions from your side to clarify your questions and all these things. I'll take some questions. Like for example, why machine learning? What is meaning of a machine learning? And what exactly this machine learning is going to be talking about that? Like for example, let us say that in the banking application, let me talk about some kind of a banking application. The best example I can say. In a banking application, you know that the customers comes and applies the loans. A customer approached a bank and is asking, I want so much loan. Maybe it's a car loan or a personal loan of this much amount. I want to have a loan. Immediately, the bank does not grant the loans. It will collect some information like how much loan you are expecting, loan amount, and for what purpose you are asking the loan, whether it is a personal purpose or do you want to buy a car or something like that, and what is your current salary, how much salary you are going to be getting, how many years of experience you are having, whether your spouse, what about your family, whether your spouse is working or not, how many children you are having, whether you have the own house or not, what type of house you are going to be staying, something like that. They'll ask you a lot of information. So after analyzing all this information, they will decide whether to give the loan approval is going to be the loan approved or not. Loan approval is going to be yes or no. So why, first of all, they ask you about all these information? Why the banks will ask about all the information, whether you have a children or not, whether your spouse is working, whether you're working in your own house, for how many years you are working. Mainly, the main concept is salary sufficient, whether you have a salary or not. Apart from that, what purpose you are buying and how much is a loan amount you are asking. But why it's not only that, there are so many other informations also will be there. So whether he is having a car or whether he is having some existing loans are there, so many information, they will collect it actually. They'll collect all the information. So why they have been collected all this information? Why? Because is all these banks has the past customers data. It is going to be nothing but the past customers data. In the past, from the last 10 years or 20 years, they have been given the loans to various customers. But some of the customers has paid the EMIs promptly, they cleared their loans, and some of the loans has been not cleared. So coming to the status of the previous loans, some of them has been cleared, some of them has been not cleared. So what the banks is doing here is they are analyzing the past customers data. Once they analyze the past customers data, they have got some kind of an insights. They have got some kind of an insights, they have got it actually. So insights means they understood some data from them. So these kind of customers are the likely to be they will clear their EMIs, and these customers are likely they don't clear their EMIs actually. So the story, whatever the story behind that particular data is there, so they get all that particular insights. Based on that particular insights, they will decide, because they analyze it the data, they analyze it the past customers data. If the spouse, if the customer spouse is working, so 90% chances that he will clear the loans. If it is not working, 40% chances that they don't clear the loans. If they're staying in their own house, they can chances is that high chances that they will clear the loans. Something like that, they have some story behind the data. We know that we are living in the age of data. Our era is nothing but we are going to be calling this era as an, which is going to be data era. Why? Because every day we consume a lot of data, as well as we will generate a lot of data. We consume a lot of data, and even at the same time we are generating a lot of data. You know that how the data is going to be generating from our side. Even you need not to go and you need not to do any shopping or not to do any transaction. Even if you browse your system, if you browse internet also, if you are browsing internet, that will generate a lot of data. That will generate a lot of data. Okay, if you went to, for example, YouTube or something like that, or Facebook, social media, if you just liked a video, if you click on a like, immediately some data is getting generated. So what type of videos you are liking, what type of a post we are liking. So everything is going to be gets generated. A lot of data we are generating. Previously, data means like if I go to a bank and do a transaction, then the data will be generated. It's not required. Even if you sit silently also, data will be generated. Like examples of your, which is going to be our smart watches. So even if you don't do any work also, smart watches generates a lot of data. Maybe every second of time or every half an hour of time. So it is going to be like how much is going to be your heartbeat. Okay, and it collects a lot of information. So how many steps you have been got walked, how much energy you have been got lost, or how many calories you have been got burnt. It's not like just normally just sitting idle is also going to be generating a lot of data. We are living in the data era. So it is completely, we used to say in the history about that so and so era, so and era. But now the latest, whatever the current generation is nothing but completely we are working in the data era. So we are generating a lot of data, as well as we are consuming also a lot of data. Every day you will consume a lot of data, we are going to be consuming it. Like how do you say that it is consuming a lot of data? So like, for example, whenever we open the e-commerce websites, so we'll get some recommendations actually. So how the recommendations are going to be gets coming. So it is going to be based on some kind of an analytics, what they are going to be doing in the background. At that instant of time, they are doing that actually. So anyhow, coming to the discussion. So what the banks is doing here is the past customers data analyzing based on that particular insights, it is going to be predicting. That means it can identify to whom the loan need to be approved and the loan to should not be approved actually. Some years before, there is a lot of experts used to be there, like they are taking the help of data analyst or some kind of an business analyst, or it can be something like an statisticians. So these are the statisticians. These are the some of the people earlier the people used to work. So the people used to work on them and they used to get some all these kind of an insights. But you know that as a humans, what is the main problem and main restriction? Everywhere the same thing. One is going to be, it is a time consuming. If humans can do this, all these analytics, it is a time consuming. Maybe it may take some 3 months of time, or it may be somewhere up to 3 months to 6 months we'll get it actually. And apart from that, it is going to be not accuracy also. Maybe 80% only the accuracy may be there, or 90% accuracy may be there. But still as a humans, we are going to do some mistakes. So it's nothing is there. Understanding the past, what has been happened in the past, based on that, we are going to identify what is going to happen tomorrow in the future. For example, it's a simple example also we can talk about that. If you ask whether tomorrow, whether it is going to rain or not, whether tomorrow, can you say whether it will rain or not? Can you tell me whether rain will be yes or rain will be no? How do you do it actually? So we don't do something like a toss a coin. If the coin, the result is going to be head, it will be tail. If it is a head, it is rains. If it is tail, it is going to be does not rains. So if I want to know tomorrow it will rains or not, generally in a general discussion I'm talking about. How about the last 10 days? What about the last 10 days? In the last 10 days, out of the last 10 days, 8 days it was rained. And let us say that it is going to be 2 days it was not rained, for example. So I just verified the last 10 days weather conditions. Out of the 10 days, 8 days at some particular point of time it was rain, and 2 days there was no rain at all, not rained at all. So based on these assumptions, I can find out, not assumptions, based on this particular whatever the analytics I have done, I can identify that. So 80% chances that it will rain. Why? Because out of the 10 days, 8 days it was rain. So chances is that tomorrow 80% chances that it will be rain, and 20% chances that it is going to be no rain. I'm not saying that 100% it was rain, but 80% chances that there will be rain and 20% chances that there will not be any rain actually, isn't it? But this data is a very simple data only. As a human, you can easily do that. But data is going to be in real applications. That data is going to be very huge data it is going to be. So in that cases, when humans are doing all these things, it is becoming, it's a time consuming, and there are going to be putting a lot of effort, expertise is required, a lot of statisticians, a lot of analysis is required. That's why where we are going to be taking the help of the machine learning. What is machine learning is nothing but it's very simple. Data is given to the machine. Data is going to be given to the machine. Machine is going to learn from the data. So machine learning means, don't think that we are going to learn from the machines. No, machines by themselves, they are now capable to learn by themselves only. That is the reason why we are calling it as machine learning. So data is nothing but here, it's a past data. Tell me the past, what has been happened from the last 10 days, or tell me who are the customers in the past who has been cleared the loans and not cleared the loans. Based on that, I'm going to study and I am going to give you the insights for you. Based on these insights, you can do some kind of a prediction. So what could happen in the future, you can easily identify that. So tell me the past customers data. I'm going to tell you some insights. Based on that insights, you can predict to whom the loan need to be approved and the loan to whom the loan should not be approved. You can decide it actually. That is what exactly this concept of what we are talking about, what we are going to be talking about, this kind of an application, what we are going to be using it actually. So that's it, guys. That is going to be machine learning, but looks to be very simple. But what is the main, the toughest concept it is going to be? So why all the people, because all of you heard about that. Data science is not that much easy like learning a programming language. So before coming here, obviously you have been studied a little bit, at least how much tough it is going to be or how complexity it is going to be. You may be known about that. It's not that much easy, guys. I don't say that it's difficulty, but at the same time, it is not that much easy actually, guys. So feed the data to the machine. Machine is going to study the data, which will give you the insights. Based on the insights, we can do some kind of a predictions. Then if I see that particular process, then what is my work? You are saying that data is going to be, you may ask me a question. Vamsi, you are saying that it is going to be data was fed to the machine. Machine is going to learn it. But whenever the machine has to learn, we have to, as a machine learning expert, I was the person who was responsible to make the machine to learn. So I have to create the environment. So the machine has to learn means simply if you feed the data, the machine cannot learn immediately. There is some format is there. If the machine has to learn, your data needs to be in this format. In that format, if it exists, then only it can study the data or it can learn from the data. Otherwise, machines can't study the data. I'll tell you the technical, whatever the keywords are there, like feature engineering, feature selection. These are some of the things what we are going to be doing. But the main important in the machine learning concept is machines will learn, but how they will learn is with the help of something called as the machine learning algorithms. We are going to be learning, we have to use some kind of a machine learning algorithms. So as a data machine learning expert, so I was the person who has to choose which algorithm, using which algorithm the machine has to learn, because machine can't decide. Even now you have got it actually, guys. Even now you have got it. So it is an some kind of an like auto, which is going to be almost all, it is going to be a kind of an which is going to be auto ML has been came actually. We'll discuss later always all these things. So as of now, user as a machine learning expert, I have to decide which algorithm, using which algorithm the machine has to use to learn from the data, because machine can't study the data automatically. So with the help of some algorithms only, the machines are going to learn it actually. So as a machine learning expert, my role here is I have to choose which algorithm, using which algorithm the machine has to learn. Maybe you have been heard about while you are learning some other programming languages, you have been learned something called as an sorting algorithms. Okay, some different types of algorithms we have, you may hear about that. Here I am going to be teach you, or we are going to learn about something called as an machine learning algorithms. Let me write some few names actually, guys. Don't worry about that. I'm writing some few names. Well, it's very closer to our real life events actually, guys. It is going to be what I'm going to call it as a decision trees. We are having another kind of an algorithm called as, which is going to be k nearest neighbors. We are having an algorithm called as an, which is going to be support vector machines, which we are going to call it as SVM. And SVM. Apart from that, we are also going to be using, I'm writing only few one actually, guys. I'm not writing all of them. Logistic regression is the another algorithm which we are going to use this. We are having so many are there actually, guys. Neural networks. In neural networks, again, there are so many different types of neural networks are there. So neural networks are a part of which is going to be deep learning application. But deep learning is a subset of machine learning only. Deep learning is also part of a machine learning only, somewhat which is different from the other algorithm. That's why they separated that as a deep learning model. So many are there actually, guys. We are having something called as a random forest algorithm. And we are having something called as an k-means, which is going to be k-means, which is going to be a clustering algorithm. Apart from that, we are also having something called as an association rules, where we are having an algorithm called as an a priori is the name of the algorithm. So these are the different algorithms, guys, which we are going to use to make the machines to study the data actually, guys. Machines are going to study the data depending on this kind of a data, the machines are going to, so what type of a data is there, what type of a problem you are solving, depending on that, we have to choose the algorithms. I written only some of them, but still we have so many other are there. We are having an algorithm called as a Navi-based algorithm. So just maybe you may think that it's maybe, sir, what about the Navi-based algorithm? So that's why to make you clarified, so many are there, still so many are going to be there. Boosting algorithms, we are having ADA boosting algorithms, stacking, there are going to be different types of algorithms are there. So the main concept here is we have to learn these algorithms actually, guys. So by definition, what is data science actually? So I'm just telling you, there is a definition for a data science. Data science is an interdisciplinary field where we are going to learn, a various, which is going to be some kind of an methodologies. Some maybe some mathematical statistical methodologies, a different types of processing techniques we are going to learn, a different type of systems we are going to use, and we are going to learn a different types of algorithms we are going to learn. All these are going to be makes a data science. Okay, so data science is an interdisciplinary field where we are going to be learning about various methodologies, various processing techniques, systems, and we are going to be using algorithms. So the main concept of data science course is understanding these machine learning and deep learning algorithms, even AI algorithms. So there are so many different algorithms are there. We have to study and we have to understand These kind of algorithms only we have to study it actually. We don't write any code for them. We don't write any logic for them. Find the point. So don't think that we have to write all the code for the decision trees. No, these algorithms are already developed by some domain experts, some different experts. They already developed it. Only thing is how to use it or how to implement this particular algorithm to solve a particular problem. To solve a particular problem, so how we are going to use this particular algorithm? What problem we are going to do that? Problem statement is very simple. Understand the past customers data. Based on that, decide, tell me to whom I have to give the loans, to whom I should not give the loans. That's it. Or by understanding the past customers behavior, tell me to whom I have to give the discounts, to whom I should not give the discounts. Simple, guys. Based on the past, whatever the past emails you have been understood, tell me which type of emails are going to be spam and which type of emails are going to be not spam. I'll explain it technically more about those particular applications. Okay, so data science is all about, guys, main important is going to be learning some kind of an algorithms. In that, there are going to be different types of algorithms are there. There are machine learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms, AI related algorithms. We have a different algorithms are there. So learning a data science course is all about learning these algorithms only, which is going to be solved with the help of some mathematical and statistical concepts. Every algorithm is going to be based on some kind of a maths and stats. That is a reason to learn this data science, some basic mathematical and statistical concepts is required. Some basic. It need not to be an expertise in statistics, and it is not that you need to be an expertise in the maths. So up to whatever the extent I am going to explain, that is going to be sufficient You really don't require to go more and more into that particular all these things. Actually, I'll teach you. I'm going to explain you like how much extent that is going to be required. So we are going to decide this actually. No worries about that. So for that, I'm going to be what we are going to be using here is I'm going to be using some resources also. I told you know. So some of the resources because again I cannot go back to school level and I cannot teach you all the maths. I'll teach you. But if you want to study from the scratch, from the basics, if you want to study, so we are going to be using some kind of an online resources called as Math is Fun. Okay, it is going to be Math is Fun. Don't think that we are going to second grade, third grade. At least we are having it actually, guys. Something like calculus we are going to learn. We are going to learn something called as an calculus. We are going to learn some kind of an algebra. We are going to be learning. Okay, so we are going to be learning some concepts. Beyond that, if you want to learn, you also has to study all these kind of an applications. What we have to do it actually. Some basic. It's not going to be complicated, but some of the concepts like what is polynomials. Okay, because linear regression, what is linear equations, what is quadratic equations. So all these things, how to factorize them. Some of the examples what we require. And apart from that, some calculus is also going to be required. Differential calculus, integral calculus. We have two types are there. Differential calculus are there, integral calculus are there. So which one is going to be required? Mainly we require differential calculus. Okay, what is that and all these things, we'll have a look into that. So I'll tell you some resources you guys has to learn from that particular applications. I'll also explain you, but apart from that also, I can explain you a little bit more and more about that. Okay. So just for a quick understanding, so don't worry like what I am trying to do. Okay, just a quick understanding like how really, because the first doubt is really machines can learn. First of all, really the machines can learn. Yes, machines can learn. Nowadays, machines are also become intelligent. The machines also become very intelligent actually, guys. So they're also saying that you don't tell me from the past 10 years, 20 years, you are telling me the code, I'm running it. Up to now, what we thought is computers are only whenever you give some input or whenever we give them instruction, they will just perform the code or they will execute the code. But now the computers are saying that we became very intelligent. So you need not to write everything like a code. You need not to give the instruction. You tell me what is your required. What is your requirement? I can just write the program for that. You need not to really write the code for that. Just it is a small idea, so don't just worry about that. Even if you, maybe I don't think so. Even if you are familiar with some people who are familiar with the Python, up to some extent they may understand, because I'm going a little bit deep into the the machine learning concepts. This is actually Python code. Don't worry about that. Okay, I'm not writing any complicated code also actually, guys. Just I'm going to be importing some. I want to show you like how simple. Don't think that this machine learning and all these things is going to be something like a very higher level, like a robotic science and all these things. It's not that much complicated actually, guys. It's very simple, but it is not that much simple like what it appears. The main concept is going to be internally, it is going to be the main concept actually, guys. So don't worry. I'm going to be importing some few libraries. I'm going to be importing, guys. I'm importing a few libraries actually, guys. Okay. Don't worry about that. What I'm trying to do, just understand what is I'm doing it actually. Don't try to understand what I'm going to be doing it actually. I just told you, no, guys, like which is going to be a decision tree algorithm is going to be there. So I'm implementing a decision tree algorithm to make the machine to study the data actually, guys. Don't worry. Just I'm going to show you some simple examples only, guys. Just an example actually. I'm not writing a much complicated example and all these things. I'm not going to be writing it actually, guys. Okay. Right. So let me put some data first of all. Don't worry. Okay. Let me put some data first of all, guys. I'm not taking a too complicated data actually. A very simple data only. I'm going to take it actually, guys. A very simple data. Just a few records only. I'm going to be taking it actually, guys. Let us say that I'm just taking some few values. I'm going to be taking it actually, guys. Just a second. No worries. Just I can show you the data, whatever we have been got actually, guys. Just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is going to be the data actually, guys. Just a second. Nothing is there. Comma. Let us say that I'm going to be taking something like a gender also. I'm not taking a too complicated data actually, guys. Just I'm taking some gender, male. Okay, so whatever the data I'm taking here is a little bit biased data actually, guys. Biased data means we can make the data decisions very easily. In the simplest way, we can do it actually. So just a kind of a biased data, but real time, the data is not that much biased. It will not be biased data. So leave it for the timing. Okay, I'll show you the data once. Have a look at this once carefully. Just take carefully if we can look at that. So female, let us say that it is going to be male. And again, I'm going to say that it is a female. It is again a female. It's a female. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Let us say that again, it is going to be a female. And again, that is going to be a male. And that is going to be nothing but it's a female. So data is a very small data set here. So for that, really, you don't require a machine learning algorithm, because to study this data as a normal, anybody can do it actually, because only just 2 variables only have been taken about that. I just taken only 2 variables I have been taken. I didn't taken any much data it is going to be. Have a look at this. What I done, don't worry about that. Look at the data carefully, guys. So these are the marks of the students and these are the gender of the student. A student has got 56 marks. He is a male. 79 male, 80 female, 92 female, 77 male, 84 is a female, 89 is a male, female, 87 is a female, 75 is a male, 82 is a female actually. Even I think I need not to ask you the question, because it's very easy. If you study this data, what information you can get? What information you can get? Can you tell me? It's very simple, directly. All the females has got marks more than or equal to 80, and all the males has got, which is going to be marks less than 80, isn't it? It's very clear, guys, isn't it? Everybody is clear, right? Isn't it? So this data is a very small data set, guys. But if I take multiple, it's not only the marks. If I take some other variables also, if I take it, it's a little bit difficult to understand it. But see how I am solving the problem with the help of a machine learning. So I'm not writing any code. I don't write any instruction saying that if that is the point what I mean to say, guys. Generally, we will write the condition. If the marks is more than 80, then it is then the student is a female, else it is a male. So we are writing the condition, but this time I'm making the machine to do it actually, guys. See guys, how it is going to be doing. I'll show you an application. Don't worry about that. So first of all, I'm just creating a machine learning model. So just don't worry what I'm doing this. Don't worry about that. I just taken a decision tree classifier. Just see guys how it is going to be done actually. Don't worry about that. I'm just writing it actually, guys. I'm asking, please study, please try to understand how the gender and marks are going to be dependency. So there is some dependencies there. Can you find out what is the dependency between the marks versus gender actually, guys, students and gender? So observe carefully. I said, don't worry about what is the code I have written actually, guys. So simply, I have just created just 2 lines of code, guys. I just created it. I call the decision tree classifier. I just call the method called as an fit method. Fit is nothing but machine learns. So machine, I'm asking the machine, what is meaning of fit means you learn. Tell me how this marks and gender are having a dependency. So can you please study the dependency is a marks and gender, how the gender can be decided with the help of the marks. Machine has been studied the data, guys. Now let us ask it, what you have been got studied. See, I didn't written any code, guys. I didn't written anything like if the gender, if the marks is going to be more than which is going to be 80, it is a female. If the marks is less than 80, it is a male. I didn't written any code. Just I created one object for the decision tree algorithm and I asking the machine learning, the model to learn it actually, guys. See guys, I'll show you what the machine has been learned. How beautifully it will show you. Have a look at this one. Don't worry. What I'm going to be doing is something, even it's not required actually, guys. So I just want to plot the tree. I just want to plot the tree. Don't worry about that. Just I'm going to show you what are going to be nothing but the feature names. The feature names are going to be nothing but marks. It is going to be marks. Marks is nothing but our features. Don't worry, which is going to be class names is equal to nothing but I say it is female versus it is a male. Don't worry. Just I'm showing I didn't written any code for writing. I didn't write any functional code. I'm not saying that I'm not writing any code, but I'm writing some code only to call the functionalities, but I'm not writing any functional code here now. Execute and check it out. See how beautifully. Just a second, I just wrongly have been imported as PT. That is the reason. See guys, how simply and how easily it has been said actually, guys. It is going to be feature names is equal to nothing but let me do one thing. Let me call it as marks. Right. Can you see here? We said marks is less than or equal to 80. My machine has been made a little bit more precisely. It has been made saying that if marks is going to be less than or equal to 79.5, marks is less than or equal to 79.5, come to the left hand side. If the condition is can you see the arrow marks here now? If it is less than or equal to 79.5, come to the left hand side, it is a male. If it is more than 79.5, it is a male actually. Totally how many students are there? 10 students, 6 females and 4 males are there. According to the condition, 4 males came here, 0 females, 6 females has came here, 0 males has been came. This is a very simple diagram to understand it actually, guys. So once you see the decision tree, if I just want to show what is going to be the decision tree actually, guys. I'll show you the examples of the decision tree. If you see the images, this is how the decision trees are going to be looks like. These are going to be the decision tree, how it is going to looks like actually. So just if you can observe carefully, this is what I call it as a decision tree. If your question, if your answer is correct, if your answer is true, come to the left hand side. If your answer is wrong, that means if your answer is false, then go here now. Something like that. It is going to be something like that. It is going to be so left and right. So go towards the left hand side if the condition is true. Go towards the right hand side whenever it is going to be false. Something. Don't worry about what we are going to be doing it actually. As of now, I'm just telling about some kind of an applications. Okay, if this condition is true, come to the left hand side. If condition is false, go to the right hand side. So that is the same thing which we can see as part of this application. So the machine itself studied the data, guys. So previously, data is a very small data. That's the reason why you're able to do it immediately. But really, if the data is complex, we can't do that. So we feeded the data to the machine and asked the machine to study with the help of a decision tree classifier. Immediately the machine studied the data and it is giving me the insight saying that if the marks is less than or equal to 79.5, there are males. If the marks is more than 79.5, there are going to be females actually. Okay, so that is going to be what exactly this particular point to say about that. Hope you understood. So first thing I want to clarify, the machines are learning. That is what the main point of discussion I want to do that. Hope you observe carefully, guys. Nowhere I have written the code. That means nowhere I have written the logic. I just prepared my own data set and I have just forwarded that particular data to the machine saying that as a machine learning expert, I have to decide. So what is the marks? What is the gender? Is the relation is there? So what is the relation? Machine is going to tell you. Simple, see how it is going to be gets coming. There are multiple options are there actually, guys. I can make it more and more beautiful. I can make it more and more beautiful actually, guys. Just have a look at this. Nothing is there. If I want to give some colors, all these things, I can make it actually, guys. So if I want to make this particular little bit beautiful, I'll do one thing actually, guys. Let me make this as a male. Randomly, I'm picking it. So just let us make this also as a female now. So it may be a little bit complex tree, it will create it actually. So it will just make a little bit complicated. It will be more and more, which is going to be gets coming actually, guys. Just a little bit. So it's nothing is there. It's due to some diagram size. Don't worry about that. What I'm doing that, just don't worry about that. Fixed size is equal to nothing, but let me increase the fixed size actually. Just we can see how it is going to be comes actually, guys. Just a second. Right. So we can see it like this actually, guys. You can see something like this. Still I can increase the size. It is going to be not a problem at all. I can increase the size. So see once, now you have got something like this. You will be getting the application like this actually. Let me decrease the zoom in so we can see the picture like this. So it is saying that if marks is less than 79.5, it is a males. If marks is more than 79.5, I can't say that. But if the marks is less than 88, then there are females. If marks are going to be more than 88, then there are going to be males actually. So how the data was there? So female marks are there between 79 and 88. Male marks are going to be less than 79.5 as well as more than 88 also. There are some females are there. But all the females are having the marks which are less than 88 and more than 79.5. See, I need not to study the data actually, guys. Itself has been studied the data. That is the main point of discussion here actually, guys. Okay. So this is all about just in basic ideas about like how the machines are learning. So who is the mainly who is doing the work here, guys? The decision tree algorithm. It is going to be the decision tree algorithm. This is a main important the main algorithm. So we have to understand what is this decision tree algorithm. What is this genie is coming here now? There is something showing it as a genie. So how it is knowing that, what is that particular genie? How it is knowing that to whether it will split at 79.5, why it is not splitting at 80, why it is not splitting at 90, why it is not starting from there. That is what we have to study. And one more thing also, this function contains a lot of parameters. So we have to study all these parameters. We have to study it actually. So what is this? Just now you've seen that no genie. This genie has been came actually. For example, if I said in the place of genie, if I said criterion equal to entropy, there are two parameters are there. Entropy is going to be there. So whenever I said entropy, if you see the tree is going to say that it is an entropy equal to 0.971. What is this entropy is equal to 0.971? What it means to say? Okay, so we are going to study all those kind of an application actually. Even we are having one more which is going to be log loss or something is there actually. Just give me a second. I think it is log hyphen loss. Everything is documented here actually, guys. Log underscore loss. So whenever I said log underscore loss, so it is going to tells you how that particular. So this time log loss is equal to 0.971. Now log loss is 0 here now. Here also log loss is going to be 0. What is meaning of genie? What is meaning of log loss? What is meaning of an entropy? We have to study it actually, guys. That is what we are going to be studying as part of our course curriculum. No, it is nothing to remember. It will comes automatically. Once you start working, automatically you will remember it actually. So no need to remember. It is also nowadays, you know that all these IDs has become very intelligent. So intelligence will work. So for example, this function is there. What are the arguments inside the function? Okay, what are these particular, whatever the classes or whatever the methods that are associated, everything I'm doing it, I'm not by hiding anything. Also everything I'm going to be doing auto completion from, which is going to be sk tab space. So sk image is there, sk learn is there, skex is there, sk learn dot. So I know the name, which is going to be something like a tree. T, press the tab, it is going to be tree. Import, I know the name called as a decision tree. So decision tree classifier. So generally we don't by heart them. Automatically within the workflow, once you start working with the workflow, automatically we'll understand the concepts actually. Okay. So obviously every language is the same way, no? So once you're learning, before starting learning any programming language, obviously there are a lot of keywords that will come. But you maybe gets wonder like how we have to remember all these things. But over that time period, being automatically you are going to work on that, automatically you can start learning, and which is going to be we can automatically understand those particular concepts actually. So same as it is, right? So just an idea about this. So mainly our discussion here is, will the machines learn? Yes, machines has been learning. Can you see? I didn't written any code at all. The machine has been learned. It itself has learned all these insights. It has given the insights. All the males are having marks less than 79.5 and marks are going to be more than 88. All the females has got marks which is less than 79.5 and which is going to be 88. You can see that. Females marks are there only up to 88. Beyond the 88, we are having the males only. We are having the males. But actually I've done it dynamically. I didn't done any intentionally, but I just changed it randomly. It has given me the insights actually. So something like that, we can identify that. So will the machines will learn? Yes, machines are learning. But how the machines are learning? So mainly the machines are learning with the help of these algorithms. Without these algorithms, machines can't learn. So mainly the machine learning has been became popular today. And today we are here to learn this, whatever the machine learning, why we are learning, we are here to learn machine learning. So the reason behind them is very simple. It is nothing but the machine learning algorithms. So these popular algorithms, which was developed by various experts, domain experts, so made this machine learning to become very fast. It's very popular actually, guys. It is all thanks to machine learning algorithms. It is not the thanks to Python. It's not Python actually, guys. It's not the powerfulness of Python. It's the powerfulness of the machine learning algorithms only. Okay. So this is going to be just a small introduction part of what a small introduction which I want to explain you just before starting with the actual course curriculum. Okay. So this is just an introduction part only, but this is not the main concepts. We're going to learn all these things in our coming discussions. We'll have a discussion about that. So just the simple point, like what we are going to learn. We are going to learn some algorithms, machine learning, deep learning, AI related algorithms. What these algorithms will do, these algorithms are going to help the machine to learn from the data. So we are going to learn which type of algorithm needs to be used in which scenario. If you know the control of algorithm, everything is within your control. So within your control only, the machine is going to learn it actually. That is the first point I want to say that. Okay. The second thing is going to be like how this, as I told you, so today, as I told you, just an idea about like what is going to be data science a little bit. And apart from that, coming to the, like which is going to be coming to the schedule. So as I told you, it is going to be as part of the schedule means like we have some schedule. I'll show you the schedule actually. I'll share you the file so that you can get some understanding about that. So mainly we have some main important, there are so many subtopics are there. It's not like directly we'll go to the data science and machine learning. So we are having some kind of a schedule like day to day, like what topics we are going to learn, how much time approximately it is going to take, like how many examples we do it in the class, how many POCs you have to do. You can do your own experiments, you can do your own examples also, what we can do that. So the idea here is like I can just show you the schedule of the program. It will be a little bit more. Otherwise, I'll show it in the next session. I'm going to share you for that today. I'll share you the file. You can just go through that and we can do it actually. Just quickly, you can do that. So daily your class is going to be approximately, it is going to be 1 hour 2, which is going to be almost all. It depends on that 1 hour 15 minutes or 1 hour, at least 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes, your class will be there. So you can schedule is going to be 6 p.m. to, I can say that, which is going to be 7:15 p.m. is our scheduled time, which is IST. So if anybody has been joined from a different time zone, I'm just telling that it is 6 p.m. to 7:15 p.m., which is going to be IST. At least one hour 15 minutes session will be there actually, guys. And the total schedule is going to be, we generally say that 4 to 5 months, but it will be more than 5 months only, guys. It will be generally. So almost all every day we'll have the class 6 days a week. Initially, I'll take a 5 days a week initially for 2 or 3 weeks. And after that, we are going to take 6 days a week. We are going to take it actually, guys. 1 or 2 weeks, I'll take 5 days a week initially, just in the beginning classes only. I'll take a 5 days a week. Otherwise, after that, main course curriculum starts, we'll be taking a 6 days a week. So conceptual wise, you need not to worry about that because my class will be, it's a very in-depth discussions only, it will be there. I'll explain each and every concept. I told, I've done a lot of experiments. So every concept I can explain with my experiment so that you can understand very easily. So how I understood easily by doing some lot of experiments, same things I'm going to explain to you so that you can also, you guys also can understand it. I've done a lot of experiments. And here everything is going to be live instructor class only. So every day, just like today, whatever I have been written, same way I'll write the code. I don't open the previous code and I'm not going to share you this particular code. So every day it will be there. If you see my Jupyter notebook, it is like every day to day you can see 0105 2023 7:30 a.m. 0105 2023 8 p.m. like that. Every day to day class only it will be there. It is not like the previous class notes or previous class file, just sharing it, running it, and just showing the output. And I'm not going to share that one. Everything is a live instructor class. I'm going to write at the live class only, will write it, and I'll share you that particular code. And all this code and all these things you are going to be getting through the Google Drive access. So we'll be having the Google Drive access will be there. In that, we are going to get all the course related materials. Okay, whatever the notes, whatever the classwork, we are going to be doing it. And apart from that, there is going to be some lot of PDFs I'm going to share you. All that assignments, all these things, I'm going to share it through the, even apart from that, our recorded video, this session recorded video only, not other batches or not previous batches videos. So these are all going to be, we are going to give the access, and all this access will be there up to 1 year of time for you. After completion of your course, not from beginning of the course, after completion of the course, it will be there for 1 year of time. 1 year, totally 1 year after the completion of the course, you can access this Google Drive, you can access it. This is one point. Apart from that, apart from that, to implement these particular concepts, we require some language. So I'm going to be using Python. Not only Python, I'm going to use other languages also we'll use. Like R language also I'm going to use this. Okay. Now coming to this Python, so some people says that, sir, we don't have any idea about the Python. So I am also going to teach you all the Python basics that are going to be required actually, guys. So whatever the basics that is required for our data science course, up to that level, I'm going to teach you the Python basics. So if you want to learn a little bit more and more, so some people says that, sir, I want to learn more about the Python. I want to become more and more expert in the Python than whatever you have been taught you. For that, there is going to be another option is there where we are going to be giving some kind of a free videos. We are going to be giving it actually, guys. These videos are completely the Python classes, which has been taught by Mr. Durga sir. So Durga sir is a very popular faculty, is and one very well experienced the trainer in Java and the Python. So his videos will be given the access to you. How many videos are there? 170 videos are there. Actually, these are going to be approximately, there are going to be, this will cost you around 4,000. This cost is of this particular videos is 4,000, but If you registered for the data science course, you will be getting this extra 4,000 as the access as a complimentary to your who has been registered for the data science course. So your course fee is going to be 16K. You are paying 16K. Out of the 16K, you can say that 4,000, along with that, you can say it's a free, which is going to be along with that, you are going to get a 4,000 fee you are going to be getting. That means the course fees is 20,000 almost all. So we are getting 4,000 discount and you are getting a 16K. So generally no others will give you such kind of an options to you, like giving some Python videos. They'll teach you Python up to some extent, but if you want to learn more and more, you have to get the Python video. If you can learn the Python actually. If you're interested to learn, I'll just show you that one also. So you can just go to durgasoftonline.com where you have been got registered. So in that, you will be having these videos actually, as core and advanced Python concepts will be there. So this is costing you around 4,000 that we are going to give the access to you at a free of cost. But only thing is this will be access for only 6 months of time. These free videos, I'm talking about the free videos actually, these will be given the access for you to 6 months of time. So if you want to become a Python expert, so regularly at least 180 days, 170 videos. So almost all you have to per one day, you have to complete at least one video, you have to complete it. In the case, if you are capable, you can convert 2 videos, 3 videos per day. So you can complete within 30 days, 40 days, you can complete off that. That is up to you. So totally 170 videos will be there. We are going to give the access to you at a free of cost, which is included as a complimentary for your data science people who has been registered for the data science. Okay, but that will be given for 6 months access. But our regular access, we are going to be having it actually, guys. No, if you are already, so this whatever the discounts cannot be combined. Okay, so as a this one, we are giving the access to only for the data science only, not for the other one. Okay, fine. So this is going to be about this particular data science, and apart from that, the free videos, what we are going to be giving the access. Along with that, our day-to-day class videos are also will given the access to you through the Google Drive access. We are going to be getting it actually, guys. Okay, so this is what we are going to be offering from our side. Okay, so that is just an introduction part, guys, and just I've given a little bit idea about like how our course curriculum will be there and what is our schedule and all these things, how our training sessions are going to be going on actually. So it's not completed within the one day itself. You cannot understand the complete picture of our course. So as I told you, 3-4 demos I'm going to take it. You can attend it free of cost. After that, you can get, if you're satisfied, you can register with the course. Okay. So now the time is, guys, there is another 10 minutes time is there. I can give you some questions. If you have any questions, you can feel free to discuss. If you can raise your questions, I can explain them actually, guys. I can answer them actually, right? So you can unmute yourself and you can speak, or otherwise you can, there is a chat window is there. You can just click on the chat and you can type it actually, guys, if you have any questions from your side. Right, go ahead, guys, if you have any questions. Yeah, no one is having any questions, guys. I expected people may ask a different questions. Yep. Roadmap file, I'll share you. Okay, just give me a second, guys. I'll share you the roadmap also, like what is going to be this one. You can just get the access. I can do that actually. If you have 4 years of gap, yep, guys, there is nothing like how many years of experience. It's going to be very because now these are going to be the main. I can say that companies are looking for the people who are having, which is going to be the knowledge about the data science. So obviously they cannot find a really more people who are having a complete experience on that. That's why automatically they don't consider your experience, whether you are having a gap or don't have a gap does not matter. But they will only check whether you guys are having the knowledge about the data science. Okay, so if you can just show that particular knowledge, So easily we can get a job actually, guys. Okay. And I shared you one file to all of you guys. If you want, you can just download it. It's a full stack data science, which I have been just opened it. You can see this also, like how our course curriculum, like what are the subtopics are there. So how many days we have a core Python, how many days we have a NumPy, pandas, visualization, machine learning, R, and each and every subtopic also, like each and every topic wise also, we can have the complete, we can have a look into the discussion actually. Okay. So these are all the concepts which we are going to be discussing as part of our course curriculum. We are going to work with them. Okay. So I'll just show you once again. I can show you all these things once again in the coming classes also. Within 1 or 2 days, I'll show you the roadmap also. Meanwhile, you can also have a time to, you can spend some, you can take some time and go through them actually, guys. Right? Fine. Any more questions, guys? Okay, guys. Thanks for attending the demo session, guys. So hope I'll see you all of you tomorrow, same time, same link. You can join. After a week, they will change the link, which that will be shared only with the paid people only. So meanwhile, you can attend the demo session for a couple of days, guys. Statistics, we don't have it, but we have some not from the Durga sir, not from the DURGASOFT. So we'll have a lot of other topics are there. I told you know, like maths is fun is one resource I'm going to be sharing you. And apart from that, I'll use a lot of blogs and all these things I'll be using. So to study materials, I'm going to share you those particular videos. So we have a lot of these are there actually. Like I'm going to be using something like a towardsdatascience.com. This is going to be one the blocks what we are going to be using, all completely related to which is data science related options only what we are going to be using it actually. So blocks mostly will depend on the blocks. Almost all for every topic, I'll share you some blocks. You have to read the blocks and you can go for the implementation actually. Even some lot of videos are also there. I can share you all the related videos and all these things. I'm going to share it with you, but not from the DURGASOFT. Okay, fine. Right, guys. So that's it, guys. That's it for the today's class. So just for today, I'll stop it here and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. So hope I'll see you all of you tomorrow, same time, same link. Thank you all of you guys. Yeah, I'm ending the session, guys. So hoping all of you have fine with the today's class. If you have any questions, you can speak with me, guys, if you want. Right, I'm ending the session, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you all of you.